This dry van market is absolutely trash. I don't even know what to say no more. I'm just getting depressed. So we're definitely going to talk about that. We're going to get into the flatbeds. They're absolutely on fire right now. The reefers are doing pretty decent. We'll talk about that. We're definitely going to talk about that $83 million California like trucking scandal scheme where they're stealing the Amazon stuff. We're going to get into all that stuff right now. Let's start off with the flatbeds. Here's the hot market map for the flatbeds. I just want to show you guys right up here above my head where the mouse cursor is. This is the load to truck ratio for today. So this is going to be how many loads were posted and how many trucks were posted. So obviously this number by the brokers right here where it says 2,300, obviously these are some duplicates, right? So you got to take a look. You got to make sure you do research before sending your truck to the area. But overall, like you can see which markets are fake, which markets are not. And let's just go here. These are absolutely crazy, right? So Dallas for the flatbeds, 4,100 loads posted. So let's just even cut that in half and just say over 2,000 loads posted, which is more than that for sure, and 137 only trucks. So if you waited, you're going to get a good load. I mean, these areas are just crazy. Like Missouri, 1,400 loads, 25 trucks. Memphis, look at that, 6,000 loads, 103 trucks. Let's see, Jackson, 5,000 loads, 70. I mean, these are all crazy numbers. And then we're going to get into Atlanta market, 3,886 loads, 210 trucks. Macon, Georgia, not, that one I probably wouldn't trust that much. Let's see what Charlotte's going on. 4,000 loads, 145 trucks. I mean, just taking a look at this hot market map for the flatbeds, the whole South over here is just absolutely hot. I mean, like Houston, look at Houston, 10,000 loads, 200 trucks. There's no way you're not going to be able to get a decent load out of there, right? I'm not saying you're going to get rich, but if you know how to like negotiate, wait it out, talk to some brokers, throw some like rates out there, they're going to get back to you. And if you try to stay within these areas here, you're definitely going to be making money with a flatbed right now. I mean, these markets are absolutely crazy, man. I mean, like Tifton, Georgia, 1,400 loads, 23 trucks. Tallahassee, look at it, 8 trucks in Tallahassee. So it's probably like 4 or 5 maybe. Mobile, Alabama. I mean, all these markets are just crazy. New Orleans, 2,300 trucks, 2,300 loads, 87 trucks. Freeport, 6,900 loads, 68 trucks. Somebody's going to need a load moved. There's not that many trucks in those areas. So if you got a flatbed in any of these areas, make sure don't take just any load, and don't take any load just because it pays good to a bad market. Make sure negotiate, get your money, stay in good markets. This flatbed thing, like it's absolutely nuts right now. I hope everybody in flatbeds is taking advantage of it because we're in the dry vans, we're suffering really bad. So this is a look at the flatbeds. Let's move on and let's take a look at the dry vans. You got the dry vans, dude, absolutely like crazy. Like I don't even know what to say. Like I'm starting to hate dry vans, like super bad. They're super depressing. I mean, we're gonna go over here and see. I mean, you got, let me move, try to move my hand. Florida, you probably still got like watermelons and flowers, but you still, 4,200 loads, 600, almost 700 trucks. Way worse ratios than the flatbeds had. 2,900. I mean, like I think Atlanta, Georgia was like Charlotte, North Carolina was pretty hot. That's still 7,000 loads, 900 trucks. You still got a lot of competition, with the dry vans. Even though the markets are hot, the competition is still definitely there. I mean, Atlanta, this is better. 12,000 loads, 1,300 trucks. I think Atlanta and Macon, Georgia were, Atlanta was number 2, Macon, Georgia was number 1. But Macon, Georgia, 2,000 postings, 100 trucks. So the numbers are not there in volume, but Atlanta definitely has it. I mean, everything else is just so bad. I mean, Ohio, 700 trucks, 4,000 loads. Like I said, a lot of these are reposts because the way they count this is no matter, like say same load gets posted 10 times, they count it as 10 times. If the truck is there, the dispatcher posted truck 5 times, they count it as, five postings. So the numbers are not 100% accurate, but more or less you kind of see what's going on. You can see which markets are good and which markets are fake. That's why I never trust like West Coast or North Dakota, South Dakota, because, those numbers are pumped up. So a simple search on the load board, just say you want to go to the market, you want to deliver next day, just simply search loads for the next day. And you kind of see the rates, what's going on. You're going to be able to tell if you're going to be able to get a good load, negotiate a good load or whatnot. So always do your research. But, just looking at this stuff, just dry vans are horrible. They're depressing. I mean, even Dallas, I mean, you got, Dallas looking pretty good, 7,500 loads, 800 trucks. Fort Worth, 33, 243. I mean, it's just, at this point, man, I really thought the dry vans are going to pick up. It's warm. Reefers are going to be doing like protect from heat. They're going to be doing produce. They're going to be doing all the reefer stuff. The flatbeds, obviously legal their own. They're, construction season picked up for them. So they don't really take dry van freight as much, here or there. You could probably, either do like a flatbed or a dry van, but it's not that often. It's more reefers and dry vans like coincide where you can like flip flop, depending on the weather, depending on the product. Sometimes like metal floors, obviously, you can't, load a reefer. But this drive-in is so depressing. Like I really had some hopes. We started having a couple good weeks. And then this week, I know it was like Memorial Day, but I was really expecting like a good push after Memorial Day. And even here, we're like, man, it's really bad this week. We didn't even like, right now, we're nowhere close to covering capacity for the week. And tomorrow's Friday, so I don't know, like we're definitely not gonna cover capacity this week. And it's super bad because like we need all the gross we could get just to keep rolling and keep pushing through. And at this point, like, man, like I can't have any more bad weeks. And yet here you'll have another week and this is gonna be nothing but stress from now on. So I'm seriously getting sick of the dry vans. Like, I mean, there's not much I could do right now. I'm between like a rock and a hard place, but obviously if you're in dry vans, you're probably feeling the same thing. And if you're in the flatbeds, please make sure to take advantage of this because you don't know how long this is gonna last. And we had some good news going on, obviously with the tariffs, the stuff went down. Then we reached deals, and then, the market picked back up. Now the courts just ruled to block the tariffs. So now, like, all of it, this political stuff is really getting out of hand, and it's really messing up the industry, like, so bad right now. It's like, dude, just let one thing go. Don't keep on, like, just like a emotional roller coaster up and down. But yeah, this was the dry vans. Let's take a look at the reefers really quick, and we'll go from there. All right, here we got the reefer market. We're going to start off with LA, 84. 35, almost 3,600 loads, 122 trucks. So if you got a reefer in LA right now, you probably did a good job. Ontario, 26,204, you're definitely getting freight there. Fresno, produce coming out of that area, the middle California. So, 3,400 and 156, so you're probably doing pretty good there. San Fran, the volume's not there, but still a lot of trucks, so you should get a decent load out of there. I mean, Utah, you're probably not doing nothing. Colorado, I hate Colorado. I don't even want to go there. I don't want to send a truck there. I got a bad taste in my mouth because of Colorado. I mean, like Wisconsin, you're not doing too great there either. Not that many trucks, but maybe you'll get a good load out of there, Then you go to Atlanta, 6,000 loads, 486 trucks. That's not bad. So Atlanta, you should be getting good freight. Chattanooga, you might be able to get a decent load. Florida, Tallahassee, not all that. Ooh, this is not that good either. 1,900 loads, probably a lot of them reposted because they're trying to cover them, 232 trucks. That's a little high for 1,900 loads. Same thing, man. I don't know Florida with the reefers. I don't know. Let me know how you guys are doing if you got a reefer. But to me, I don't know. I wouldn't trust it too much. Charlotte, 1,902. These are not that great of numbers. I know it shows the market's hot, but I really don't think these numbers are that great. Dallas, 2,800, 246. Yeah, you're definitely, like you're gonna have to be negotiating a lot. And then if they don't need to get that freight out that day, they're gonna keep pushing it until they can't push it no more. Then they're gonna start paying the money. That's the problem with the brokers. Like I said, if you find a good carrier, just pay a little bit more, and just get rid of the load instead of just waiting. And then, you're trying to push all this stuff out and you're going to lose money. But overall, just take a look at it. If you want to pause, zoom in, look at the hot market map. It's not all that, for the reefers. It's definitely, probably better. I mean, yeah, it's better than dry vans. Their national average rate per mile is better than the dry vans as well. But this is the reefer thing. And let's get into the national average and go over what we're going to be finishing the month with on all three of the trailers. Okay, really quick, let's go over national average per mile for the three trailer types. Let's start off over here with the dry vans. They were like down to like $1.93, I believe. Like before the middle of the month, they jumped up like $1.96, $1.97, and jump back up to $1.99. I really had some hope it's going to push through $2 a mile at the end of this month, but the way this week's going, I don't know. They might even drop a penny or two per mile before this month is over. So the dry vans are absolute trash. Just want to put on record, I am super upset with the dry vans, and right now I hate dry vans and I hate trucking because this is depressing for me. But you go to the flatbeds. The flatbeds actually jumped up a penny. As you can see, pretty much, every month they've been going up a little bit. February, March, April, May, increase, man. Especially right now, construction season. Flatbeds, you guys should be killing it. Stay in good areas. Do not take the good money to go to a crappy area because you're going to, be killing yourself. And if you are going to take a good money to a bad rate, calculate miles from your pickup to your delivery in the bad market, and then calculate the miles to where the next best market is, even if it's like 100, 200, 300 miles. Calculate that into your rate, and then, and then say you want a certain amount per mile, and then that way, if you can't find a load coming out of there, at least you already like have the backup money to drive empty 200-300 deadhead miles, And if the broker doesn't want to give it to you, tell them, like, hey, you're sending me to a bad area, and unless you pay me this much, I don't want to take it. You're better off taking shorter miles, staying in good areas, making more money per mile, because you're going to make the same amount of profit, if not more, if you want to just take more miles, to a bad area and then deadhead or not find a load or layover or whatever, it's crazy. But then we're going to go to the reefers. The reefers, we're up, then down, then a little up, and then they made like a pretty decent sized jump. But I don't know if they're gonna make it. I mean, we only got like what, like a day or two left in a month. Depending on how the next day or two goes, they might say the same thing, or they might even drop down a little bit the way the market map's looking. But these are the national averages per mile. Do not go on my comments saying, "Oh, I get more than this" or whatever. This is a national average per mile across the whole country. If you do certain markets, stay in certain areas, obviously it might be more. Or if you want to do cross country, it might be less. These are just the national averages per mile. So after this, let's just get into the news, and we'll talk about that $83 million Amazon thing. We definitely got to talk about this. An Armenian organized crime gang, $83 million in Amazon cargo they stole, which is absolutely crazy. I'm going to chat GPT the details here, and I'm going to pause it for a second so I can jump to the other screen and go over the facts. We'll go over them together. I mean, I know a little bit about this, but I definitely want to get some facts right before talking about it. But man, hitting Amazon for $83 million, man. That's great. I know trucking is bad right now. And listen, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not, saying anything about anybody, but don't you think you should be smart enough not to hit a big corporation like this? Because 83 million, that's like tons and tons of trailers, man. You don't think that Amazon has resources and like has money to go after you, especially if you repeatedly keep hitting them over and over again? I mean, don't you think eventually they're going to catch on and you're going to get busted? I just don't think that was smart criminals. Because if they were smart, I think they would realize that they probably should stop after a while, while they're ahead. But, obviously you probably get greedy. You start making that money and then you don't want to stop, because if you turn the water faucet of money on and it keeps going, you don't want to turn it off, right? But if you're committing crimes, I think that's what you should do, because this is going to end up happening. You're going to get arrested. So let's hold on 1 second. Let me switch screens over to the ChatGPT and we'll go over the details right now. All right, let's go over this together. Let's check this out, see what's going on here. So raids conducted across Southern California and Florida led to the seizure of approximately 100,000 in cash. Man, that's not that much for 83 million. I mean, the 83 million is just like a retail number. I'm sure that was like, 10, 20. They made 3 armored vehicles. Well, if you need armored vehicles, sorry, I didn't mean to call you stupid. I apologize. Please don't come after me. 14 firearms. Could have been more. The operation was a collaborative effort involving the U.S. Attorney's Office and Homeland Security investigating local police. Okay, I don't care about that. Defendants face statutory maximum sentences ranging from 10 years to life imprisonment if convicted. The case is part of the Operation Take Back America, blah, blah, blah. That's all you got for me? Jesus, ChatGPT, give me more details, man. And ChatGPT, that's $20 a month to you to tell me this week's stuff. It's crazy. Searching web. Anyways, while we're waiting for ChatGPT, because it's slow for some reason right now, like super slow. 83 million, right? Like I was saying, man, I want to see what these guys are, what they were doing. I mean, 100,000 in cash. I mean, he probably just had that on hand, just laying around. I'm sure it was nothing crazy. ChatGPT still being slow, but 13 individuals arrested in this. Organized, of course, they're going to call it organized crime. Attempted murder. Oh my goodness. Kidnapping, cargo theft, bank fraud, and wire fraud. Oh my God, my ChatGPT is so slow. Amazon members pose as legitimate Amazon carriers and enrolling with Amazon to say. That's another thing, man. I mean, I don't even know if ChatGPT is going to kick in or not. It's taking forever. But this Amazon thing and the carriers is getting absolutely nuts. I know there's like nonstop like fraud trying to be committed on the DAT boards. It happened to us almost a couple times. Good thing we caught it. They try to get you to pick up like Amazon loads or try to get your driver to register, and then they'll go pick it up. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of Amazon scams. And Amazon, I don't think they know what they're doing, man, that much in logistics. They're kind of new. They really need to hire some people to look into this more. Like even when they tried scamming them, I tried hitting up Amazon because I got like those, I could get leads and like emails to people. I looked their people up. I emailed like 12 people from Amazon, let them know what's going on. Not one person even responded to me. When I'm like, hey, they're trying to steal your freight. They don't care. They don't know what the hell's going on. That's crazy. Members, okay, we've seen that. They diverted routes and stole the goods. Yeah, obviously. Assuming over 83 million stolen merchandise. That's retail value. Damn, they've been going since 2021, huh? Dude, Amazon's been getting hit for 4 years before these guys get caught. Credit card bust out scheme, charging various credit card service, channel business, and engaging. Man, these guys are all sorts of, man, dude. These guys are making money. Their names, violent feud over control of territories. Oh my goodness. Retaliation, Oh my god, damn, dude! I didn't even know. See, that's crazy. So they're fighting over territory, but these like trucking scam organizations. Then they kidnapped and tortured one of the dude's associates. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I mean, this one pretty deep. I was wondering why I didn't even know about that. I mean, I seen that they're talking about attempted murder, but I didn't know it got crazy where they kidnapped somebody and then try to commit attempted murder. But so I mean, this is a wild story. I mean, if you guys want to know more about it, these are details are just like lightly brushed through. Obviously, if you want to learn more about it, go do your own research. And that's gonna do it for us here. That was updates and some trucking news. If you guys made it this far on the channel, please make sure to subscribe.